my official prediction, Volkanovski versus Ortega, and new. I just double-crossed Brian Ortega, didn't I? Guys, I don't submit for you that Brian Ortega is a better fighter. I damn sure don't submit for you that he's faster. I guarantee you he is not stronger. I worry about his conditioning because I think that that's an underrated tool of Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski's output is an intangible that's very hard for you to see at home, but that all of his opponents who come out of the ring after fighting him talk about, say was a problem. He was on me nonstop. He would not give me a break. He would not back away. So how is Brian Ortega going to get it done? Right? I guess you call it a gut feeling. I think Brian Ortega loses the fight. I think he loses each round of the fight until the fourth round where he hits something dynamic, opens a cut, and or knocks him out. How's that for specific? I feel that, though. And I never give you guys a how. I mean, I'm not great at picking fights anyway, but let alone knowing the how, that would be a crapshoot. I feel this with Ortega. I got to see Brian Ortega train. I followed The Ultimate Fighter. I followed both of these guys' career, but I got to see Ortega one day with my own eyes. I got to see him in practice. I got to see some of the stuff that he was working on. I can't share with you a damn thing I saw in practice. That's the rules. Somebody did that to me, I would never forgive them, and I can't do it. I am going to leave it at one word, though. Dynamic. Mr. Left and right hand, Mr. Slipping an uppercut, Mr. Get a guillotine if you take a shot, is not who's coming to this fight. Brian Ortega learned a lot. And there's many people that believe your greatest victory will come in defeat. When the story of Brian Ortega's career is told, particularly if he captures the championship this Saturday, his greatest victory will not have been against Volkanovski. It will have been in the loss to Max Holloway and what he learned and changed. And it's very rare that you see a fighter as open and honest with an assessment of himself as we were with Brian Ortega when he lost to Max. I've possibly only seen one fighter to that level of openness, and it was Conor McGregor when he lost to Nathan Diaz Part 1. Conor's statement was brief. He tipped his hat to Nate and walked away. He said one thing: I was not efficient with my energy. That is a very fancy way of saying I got tired and I quit. But as long as Conor knows what happens, he can then go and make changes, which is exactly what Conor did. And even though Ortega is not going to be in there with Max, so it's not apples to apples, I'm telling you, from what I witnessed, and I gotta be broad here because this was a private workout. I'm gonna use the word dynamic. He is not just gonna throw jabs and crosses and an uppercut and threaten you with a guillotine on your way in. That's not the guy that's coming to this fight. This is a guy with a lot more weapons, and they're damaging. They are fight-ending. I think he's going to take a beating. But I don't think it's him who's going to be worn down in championship rounds. I think there's going to be some rope-a-dope there. I think he's going to do the wearing down, even if he's throwing rounds away. And I think that some of these techniques that I'm alluding to, I think I need to start to zip it. I'm starting to say a little too much. I think I'm alluding to, and I think you're going to see one of them in the fourth round, and I think you have a new champion named Brian Ortega.